All right, so today, um, this is me attempting to solder, some wire joints together with the heat shrink wrap combo as a first timer. Well, I say first timer, but I've already done, two samples of this and it was really easy. So essentially, I just want to demonstrate, how easy this is and how most people, can probably do this and do it correctly. Um, so, what I have handy, these are all, I got all of this off of Amazon. I got the wiring, the 18 gauge wiring, um, the Romec heat gun, and the Kuject uh, little heat shrink solder wraps that you can see. It's got the solder in the middle, and then the waterproofing heat shrink wrap on the outside of that. So what I found first was was trying to get the right length on this wiring, and so I found that close to an inch, inch and a half is probably best for wrapping, these things together and the solder kind of taking hold. So what I did, and these are just all my practice samples, is, I tried to cut, all of these to a right length and then, get these ready to be soldered together. This 18 gauge wire, the Kujeks have these red sleeves that you essentially just slide onto the wiring like so. It's kind of tricky because they want to bend if they get caught up in there. Just slowly slide that guy all the way onto the wiring like such. There's some play on this 18 gauge wiring. And then, however you want to wrap these wirings, there's different methods. Some people, will just twist them together. Some will, fray them out so that they can intertwine with one another, and then they'll twist. What it's like doing it the first time. Like so. Okay. Now this is where it can get a little tricky because it's not a super secure connection with the wires intertwined like that. But you got to try to slide the sleeve down to where it covers the wiring like such. And it should look just like that. The next step is we're going to fire up the gun. And for this one, I'm going to go to setting 2 and pretty much all the way to max, just to get the temperatures that Kuject recommends, which I think is like somewhere between 600 and 1100 degrees Fahrenheit. And we're going to fire this up. And I usually give it about a minute to kind of warm up. And then I'll try to film this. It's not the most close-up camera shot. But what will happen is, focus. What will happen is this piece of solder will melt and it will bond the two wires together. Also, while, shrinking down these waterproof red areas onto the plastic rubber wire casing, all in one shot, which makes this method pretty easy. So fire the gun up. until we see that solder kind of melt on the wire, and the heat shrink wrap will kind of bond, around the wire as a whole. So here we go. It's real quick. And we'll let that cool, and it will become pretty stiff, just like this guy does. Now you don't want to bend that soldering. Let me shut that off. You don't want to bend that soldering because the soldering it's pretty brittle, so it can crack. But one thing I like to do once that cools off, and depending on your connection, you may not be able to do this. But if you want to check the quality of your work, all you need to do is get, one of your ohm or multimeters where you can do a ohm resistance check, and you can check to see, if you got a good bond. If you didn't get a good bond, you'll notice that there is resistance, and that's not a good thing. So on here, we've got essentially the ohm is measuring that there is resistance. Let's see if I can get this on camera. Move that out the way. And I'll just do my sample piece that I already did earlier just to show you. But what happens is, you just take your multimeter on both sides of the wire, and you'll see that it goes to 0. So that was a good solder. There is no resistance. On this one, I didn't have the wires cut. We could do it real quick and show you, but I'd have to strip down the wire real quick. So let's just do it real quick. Okay, got that dude off. And that dude off. All right. So if we check the quality of our work, which this one looks good. It doesn't look good as my red one. We will find out how quality connection we got. So that goes to 0 too. No resistance through that soldering. And so, yeah, I want to say it's that easy. Someone else might correct me on here and say I did something wrong. But these I think are meant to be a little foolproof in how you do it, which is nice. It allows beginners like you and me to be able to do this kind of work. If you have any questions, let me know, and I can try to answer them. But if you're curious, where to get these products, I can post the links in the video description where I got them from on Amazon. And for doing it 3 times in a matter of 30 minutes, this is pretty easy. And I was a little scared to do it myself because I don't do too much electrical stuff, but I need to create some connections for some under cabinet lights, and so this looked like the best option for what I'm gonna try to do. So anyways, hopefully this helps. Any questions, comments, good or bad, feel free to leave them in the comments section. All right, hope that helps.